Canadian Forces Leadership and Recruit School in Saint-Jean, sur Richelieu, Quebec. It's where most Canadian Forces recruits begin their military careers. Thousands of recruits come here each year for basic training, also known as the Basic Military Qualification course.
I wanted to shake my life up a bit. I wanted more of a challenge, and I wanted a meaningful job after school, and the Canadian Forces is doing that for me.
I joined the Canadian Forces partly because it's family tradition, partly because I love Canada and I wanted to help serve the country.
And got here, and I mean, the opportunities that they offered me were through the roof, and I mean, it was just a matter of kind of shooting fish, you know. You pretty much pick from a list of things that you could do, and, you know, I couldn't see myself doing anything else.
I really chose it because I guess I wanted to blow stuff up, but not just that, just to be in the tank and on the lines and doing something for my country.
Over the next 13 weeks, they'll learn new ways of doing familiar things and try some things they've never done before. They'll overcome weaknesses, build on their strengths, and get the opportunity of a lifetime. For these recruits, it's all part of the transition from civilian life to life as a non-commissioned member of the Canadian Forces, the backbone of Canada's military. Expectations are high, and they are ready to get started.
Week one composes of settling in, doing a lot of marching, a lot of drill, a little bit of physical work, a bunch of classroom activity, and getting hell from your instructors.
Right from the first drill practice, two things become clear. The standards here are exacting, and what the person next to you is doing matters.
The drill is tough. The drill is hard to get used to, but I can understand the method behind the madness. I enjoy it.
In the early weeks, the recruits get their first exposure to basic military activities and skills, with plenty of practice to follow in the weeks to come. Basic training includes learning the finer points of military housekeeping. Maintaining personal effects means having a perfectly pressed uniform and well-polished boots. Sharing responsibility for their common living quarters means having a bunk with crisp corners on the sheets, a place for everything, and everything in its place.
Ava, turn! 1, 2, 3, 1. All right, that was terrible.
Physical fitness is a critical requirement for every Forces member, and recruits are no exception. Fitness is thoroughly tested: push-ups, sit-ups, and running. The goal is strength, speed, and stamina, and they'll work toward reaching and maintaining that goal every day in the gym and on the field.
I'm gonna do the war cry with you guys, and I want you to show these guys what you have. What you need when you come to Saint-Jean here is you need determination, you need motivation, and if you have that, you have a good recipe for success here.
Operational readiness is a Forces standard that begins during basic training.
3, 4.
Each recruit is issued a service weapon. They learn how to handle it safely and maintain it in top working condition. Over the next few weeks, they will be given instruction in firing it and numerous opportunities to practice. Every day brings a new challenge. There is always something to learn. Guided by the expert instructors at the school, the recruits build their military skills.
One last big down.
They practice drills, the basis of precise maneuvers, conditioning themselves to move, stand, and salute with accuracy and self-assurance.
Go!
They take to the water, proving their abilities and acquiring new ones, swimming and diving in their military clothing. Field exercises are held in nearby Farnham. Here the recruits get instruction and practice in survival skills. This training is tough, demanding, and very real. Each recruit knows that these skills could one day save their own life or the life of a fellow member. Teamwork may be the most important lesson here. As they negotiate the ups and downs of the obstacle course, teamwork takes on a whole new meaning.
The main objective of the obstacle course is to instill self-discipline in the recruits. It also builds teamwork within the sections and within the platoon itself.
It's not that the course is tough, it's challenging.
They work together, eat together, and even sleep together. They learn to depend on each other.
Oh yeah, I made tons of friends. Well, they're better than friends, they're my brothers. Oh yeah, well, we're together every single minute.
There is a real sense of family here. Like even the role models from our master corporals to our sergeants to our POs, and I mean there's a real sense of family and community. You can't explain it until you're here. There's nothing like it. I've never seen anything like this in my life.
They also learn what it means to maintain a safe working environment. For a CF member, that includes knowing how to use protective equipment, military style.
Get it on!
From the correct use of fire extinguishers to preparing for chemical, biological, radiological, or nuclear incidents, it's training that prepares them for the dangerous environments they could one day encounter. Many hours are spent learning and practicing standard first aid skills they may need to respond to emergency situations while on tour or in training in Canada or in their civilian lives. It is here during basic training that recruits are introduced to the history, heritage, and tradition of Canada's profession of arms. As well, they study the policies and procedures of today's Canadian Forces, from its role in domestic and international operations to the programs, benefits, and support available to CF members. It's valuable military knowledge they will build on as their careers progress. Over the weeks, training continues in all areas, including weapons training in the classroom and on the live firing range. The recruits are working hard, gearing up for the challenges of their final tests. The final field exercise in Farnham is an intensive 5-day, 4-night assessment of everything the recruits have trained in. These mock exercises bring them close to what they would come up against on a real mission, from combat first aid to force protection. They go the distance on the obstacle course. They give their all on the 13-kilometer march done in full gear and followed up immediately with the fireman's carry.
It's amazing what you can get in the military. If you're thinking about it, think harder, because the life that they can offer is just unbelievable.
This is where the commitment, the pride, all the training comes to.
Before this rush start, on the first day, said unbelievable, we're not going to be able to do 13K. Everybody finished, not one person fell back. Dude, give me a hoo-ah!
We got one more thing to do. Fireman's carry. This girl right here, I'm going to carry her. Right here. We got it!
They've trained hard, and it shows. Their perseverance and determination is about to be rewarded. Finally, back in Saint Jean, they practice one last drill, moving skillfully and confidently toward their goal.
There's a test, very easy test that you can do to test your level of integrity. Watch yourself in the mirror in the morning and ask yourself, am I proud of me, of what I'm doing? Am I proud of the decision I'm making?
Today is graduation day. These recruits have successfully completed the basic military qualification course. Like the hundreds who have come to Saint Jean before them, they have realized the school's motto, to learn to serve. It's a day to think about how far they've come, how much they've learned. It's a day to feel proud and share in the happiness of newfound friends. It's a day to take the last steps in the transition from a civilian to a non-commissioned member of the Canadian Forces.
I wholeheartedly recommend the Armed Forces, the CF. It's a great career, great bunch of people. I've enjoyed it, and it's improving my life. And I've only been here for a month.
It's definitely a challenge, mentally, physically. It's a lot of those things, but it's nothing you can't do if you have heart and soul and you want to do it.
You know, if you want that good feeling, that, you know, the sense of accomplishment at the end of every day, this is it, because it's never the same, man. It's always something different, always a different challenge every day. It's up to you to pull your socks and just stick with it.
I just can't wait to have a career, to continue, to see the world, to meet new people every year, to just serve your country.
Their basic training is over. These proud men and women are ready to take the next steps into one of the many military occupations available to them and to the adventure that awaits them in the Canadian Forces.
I think anybody can do it. You just got to have the heart to do it, that's all. Anybody, physical shape, it doesn't matter, man. How tough you are, how weak you may think you are, anyone can do it. You just got to put your mind to it, that's all. Anyone can do this.